Fala galera, o Cineplay começa a semana com um programa especial sobre o cinema francês, atualmente muito admirado pelos cinéfilos brasileiros. E uma prova disso é o sucesso do festival Varilux de cinema francês, que cresce a cada ano e em 2014 chegou a 45 cidades brasileiras e 70 salas de cinema. Tá rolando ainda, vai até quarta-feira, 16 de abril, com exibição de 16 obras de grande impacto produzidas no ano passado. Entre elas, a aventura dramática em 3D, Uma Viagem Extraordinária, de Jean-Pierre Jeunet, diretor conhecido pela consagrada Amélie Poulain. Inclusive, o Jeunet esteve no festival, ministrando masterclasses no Rio de Janeiro e São Paulo, e também cedeu uma entrevista exclusiva para o Cineplay, que você vai ver agora.
Our ranch was located several miles north of Divide. My father had the soul and mindset of a cowboy. Every night he raised a glass of whiskey up to his lips, precisely every 45 seconds.
When I read the book, I saw immediately a word very close to mine. And at the same time, on the other hand, it was an opportunity to make something in English, to shoot the nature, the big American landscape. I never did that before. And to shoot in English, so to meet interesting new faces, new actors. And I was so happy to work with Helena Bonham Carter. I met her during the shooting of Fight Club from David Fincher, and she spoke French, and immediately she told me, I would like to work with you. And I read the book from Ralph Larson. Immediately I thought about her. And I had the privilege to work with Judy Davis as well. She's so great, so funny. So it was different for me, and new challenges. And with kids also, it's another story.
Tomorrow, I will go to Washington, D.C. to claim my award. Dear Spivet family, thank you for having taken care of me. Everything's going to be fine.
When you make a film, you feel like a chef, when you cook. And you test, you try, you put some curry, you put some onion, you put some... and you test. If you love it, if you like it, you would like to share with the other people. But in the first time, you have to love what you are doing. It's very selfish to make a film. But of course, it's a pleasure to share with other people. Strangely, I love to rewatch my movies. It's pretty rare. A lot of directors don't like that. And probably because they are not proud about the film, I don't know. But for me, it's like to watch a family movie, a vacation movie. I remember the good memories, and I love that. And sometimes you're depressed, you feel it's a piece of shit. But sometimes you feel, this shot is not so bad.
You got the brawn? I got the brains.
I don't like realism, The French director love realism. But when you open the window just to shoot outdoor, it's not interesting for me. I prefer to transform the reality, like a painter. Probably because I come from animation. When you come from animation, you would like to control everything. You would like to be a control freak. And I love production design, I love costume. I love to play with everything in the box to build the most beautiful film you can with everything, the dialogue, the music, the sound, with everything, That's the reason I love the picture, the frame, and I love to modify the color. I spend a lot of time to change the quality of the color, like in Photoshop, every details. So, in fact, I love everything except to speak with journalists.
Dear Spivet family, I've gone for a while to do some work. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Take care, little guy.
Hey! Hello, DS?
Oh, I think all my films could have been shot in 3D. I love 3D. When I was a kid, I had a Viewmaster, this toy, and I remember I cut the frame, I changed the order to make a kind of movie. I was 9, probably 10, and I had a small tape recorder. I imagined some dialogues. It was my first step in cinema. And it was in 3D somewhere. So I love the 3D, artistically. Technically, I am pretty depressed because after that you have to show the film. And in the theater, it's often very, you have bad glasses, bad quality, and the people on the side of the theater, they see something dark. And the fact is, the best system is good glasses, active glasses, but they have to clean it, to change the battery, so they abandon that to keep the bad system, because they sell the glasses, they earn money, and of course they want to make profit. And I think Hollywood is killing the 3D now. And probably the 3D is gonna disappear in the next month or year, and it will come back in 15 years without glasses.
Hello.
Sir, I'm Leonardo from Montana.
You are, and what are you going to do?
I accept the challenge.
You do?
Normalmente as pessoas acabam conhecendo os diretores como o filme estoura. Não é todo mundo que pesquisa ou memoriza o nome dos grandes responsáveis pelo sucesso da obra, junto com o dinheiro e o marketing, é claro. Jean-Pierre Jeunet começou na direção de filmes publicitários e videoclipes, fez alguns curtas e hoje, com 60 anos de idade, tem 7 longas dirigidos em seu currículo. Ele fez um resumo da sua obra para o Cineplay, olha só.
Delicatessen, I made that with Marc Caro. It was a comedy, a dark comedy with a butcher. And it was a surprise because we sold the film everywhere in the world in 1 week in Cannes Film Festival. He opened the door for young directors in France. The second one was The City of Lost Children, and it was a big harbor, yes, a big fairy tale, and it gave me the opportunity to make a film in Hollywood because it was full of visual effects and a great fairy tale. I made Alien Resurrection in Hollywood for 20th Century Fox, and it was a special work because, of course, they hired me. It wasn't my script, but, you know, I tried to modify the script because I needed to put some personal details to get the story for myself. And I had a nice compliment for Matthew Kassovitz. You know, he played in Amélie because he's a director as well. And he told me it's a Jean-Pierre Jeunet movies, but with alien inside. It was a nice compliment. So I came back in Paris to make Amélie because it was in my mind before Alien, and I had the pleasure to saw Paris with a fresh eye after 20 months in LA. You know, LA is terrible; it's like a big suburb, and I saw a nice Paris, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna show Paris to the Parisian, but a fake Paris with everything beautiful, like in a Jacques Tati movie. And after Amélie, it was such a huge success. I couldn't imagine. It got a huge success everywhere in the world, especially in Brazil. I worked one more time with Audrey Tautou for a very long engagement because I had a passion for the First World War. Don't ask me why. It was on my mind since I was a teenager. I read everything about this war. And when I met Audrey, I thought, she is the character. She is Mathilde. And we made a beautiful movie with a big budget. After that, I lost 2 years working on Life of Pi, the film from Angli. You don't know that, but I made my own version. I wrote the script, I made the whole storyboard, I made location scouting in India, I studied Waze machine, but it was just too expensive. So after 2 years, I gave up and I make Micmac with Danny Boone. It was a cartoon, a kind of cartoon for me, something for kids, you know. And recently, T.S. Pivet in 3D, the first big 3D movie in France. The magazine Variety wrote the best 3D movie ever, so I am very proud about the 3D. We shot in real 3D, it's not a conversion 2D 3D, it's a real 3D movie. And it's a beautiful story about a kid. I can say it's a beautiful story because it's an adaptation from a novel by Ralph Larson, an American author. And it's a story about a kid leaving his own family because he won an award, and he go through the whole USA in a freight train to get the award, and he's a kind of genius like me.
Além de Genet, outros diretores franceses compareceram no festival para mostrar seus filmes, participar de debates e tudo mais. O Cineplay também trocou uma ideia com eles, mas isso você vai ver no próximo bloco desse programa especial de cinema francês, então fica por aí. Cineplay de volta com esse especial de cinema francês que está bombando essa semana no Brasil com o festival Varilux, que vai até quarta-feira em 45 cidades de todo o Brasil. Outro filme que está sendo exibido é Um Belo Domingo, de Nicole Garcia. Trata-se de uma comédia dramática sobre um professor que, na saída da escola, se vê obrigado a levar um de seus alunos para casa porque o pai não foi buscar e acaba se apaixonando pela mãe do garoto. Isso é um problema, mas tem outro ainda maior. Ela está sendo ameaçada por uma dívida, terá que fugir e ele terá que ajudá-la de alguma forma. Nicole tem 67 anos e também é atriz. Na real, ela atuou muito mais do que dirigiu e ela não atua nos filmes que dirige. Ela também cedeu uma entrevista exclusiva para nós, olha só.
But yes, we built with my scenarist. We built a story, and we built the characters, and it's the best moment in the for the writing, because we imagine what sort of stories is the best for them, and we speak together, and after, scene by scene, we built the script.
T'as dit où je travaillais?
Qu'est-ce que tu fous sur les plages en France? Tu devais pas ouvrir un resto à Saint-Barth?
Franchement, les gars, c'est pas le moment là. Ah, je donne de l'argent.
Et tu dois combien? Tu sais que je peux pas t'aider là.
Oh, the choice, it's a very difficult thing in art and in cinema. We don't know why. Someday we have an idea, sort of a little idea, sort of a character, a situation, something very teeny, but we dream about, and we work with a scenarist, and a story arrive, and later we know why we want to choose this story.
Já apresentamos aqui um filme francês de aventura e fantasia, um de comédia e agora é a vez de um thriller, O Amor é um Crime Perfeito. É também sobre um professor, só que esse é universitário e colecionador de casos amorosos com as alunas. Tava tudo dando certo até que uma das alunas que ele estava se relacionando some misteriosamente. Esse suspense é dirigido pelos irmãos Arnaud e Jean-Marie Lory, e o Jean-Marie esteve presente no festival e também trocou uma ideia com o Cineplay. Olha só.
Vous êtes face à un homme mûr, physiquement encore au point, et qui enseigne l'art d'écrire à des jeunes femmes très attirantes. Parfois, il ramènerait chez lui l'une d'entre elles afin de lui enseigner l'art d'aimer.
Nous, on aime bien ce titre parce que d'abord c'est une phrase très mystérieuse. On peut passer pas mal de temps à essayer de la comprendre. Et elle est aussi un peu hitchcockienne à cause du film. Le crime était presque parfait. En réalité, c'était une phrase de psychanalyse. On a emprunté cette phrase à... C'était un recueil d'articles d'un psychanalyste français dans les années 90.
Tu courais après cette étudiante?
Je suis la mère de Barbara. Je voudrais vous parler.
Enchanté. Qu'est-ce qu'elle vous veut?
Je pense qu'on ne dit pas assez souvent que les cinéastes font des travaux de géographes, qu'on peut avoir envie de faire un film uniquement parce qu'on a envie de filmer un lieu, mais on le travaille, c'est-à-dire comment on le filme, et comment on tisse l'histoire avec la géographie, avec les paysages. Et là, c'est presque aussi un peu le sujet du film. C'est quelqu'un qui fuit sa biographie, son histoire, pour se réfugier, mais là, ça a une connotation morale, mais c'est quelqu'un qui préfère parler du paysage que de sa propre histoire.
Vous êtes un charmeur, Marc, un donjon. Vous les attirez comme des mouches, pas vrai?
Arrêtez, Anna.
Annie, tu t'éloignes de moi.
Mais au fond, il y a c'est une grande tradition dans le cinéma qui s'appelait le cinéma expressionniste, mais qui était un cinéma de studio. Et nous, on fait cet emploi un peu expressionniste des extérieurs. On le fait avec des décors naturels. Voilà. Et nous, on a commencé à faire du cinéma parce qu'on faisait des films en montagne et c'était des décors énormes, écrasants, mais pas du tout construits pour le cinéma. Et c'est vrai que du coup, on fait un peu du cinéma expressionniste avec des décors naturels. C'est un peu ça, à la fois des décors naturels et là, de l'architecture aussi qui existe. On n'a pas fait construire les bâtiments dans lesquels on tourne pour le film, mais c'est vrai qu'on va les chercher parce que c'est des lieux forts.
Je me souviens de rien. Comment apprendre à ces jeunes créatures le choix d'un mot, l'invention d'une phrase, la création d'un rythme pour traduire cette sensation, le renouveau?
C'est quoi votre problème?
E agora outro grande cineasta com filme no festival é Philippe Claudel, também roteirista do drama Há Tanto Tempo Que Te Amo. Sua obra, que entra no circuito nacional muito em breve, é Antes do Inverno, que conta a história de um casal aparentemente perfeito até que um dia buquês de flores passam a surgir pela casa. O marido, obsessivo, parte em busca de descobrir o que está acontecendo. Essa é a segunda vez que Claudel trabalha com a estrela Kristen Scott Thomas, e quem também está no elenco é Daniel Utaye, de Cachê e a filha do pai. Interessante, hein? Olha essa exclusiva então.
On est mariés depuis une éternité. Et si je mets bout à bout les moments que nous avons passés ensemble, ça fait combien de temps en réalité?
Lucie, j'ai une grosse journée demain.
Toi, t'as toujours des grosses journées, bien pleines. Mais moi, j'ai des longues journées, très longues, bien vides.
Oh yes!
Pourquoi tu le laisses toujours gagner?
Et toi?
I wanted to explore a special time in our life, a moment just before the last season of our lives. It's a time to ask some questions, some deep question. My life, it's a life I dreamed when I was a teenager, and so it's a little bit uncomfortable to ask this question. And I wanted to begin my movie with a picture of perfect happiness. A man, surgeon, brilliant surgeon, with beautiful wife, with beautiful friend, with beautiful house. And I wanted to show step by step that the reality is maybe a little bit different.
C'est qui cette fille que tu as accompagnée?
Et vous? Votre vie à vous, c'est quoi?
It's very easy to work with Daniel Auteuil. It's a brilliant and smart French actor with a very long professional background, you know. He's actor since maybe 35 years. And it was a great chance for me, an opportunity to work with him just now, with his background. And Daniel, it's very easy, it's very happy guy, you know, and just before the shooting, the scene, we make a joke, like a teenager, but when I say action, immediately he became the character, you know. It's a fascination for me to observe that.
Tu veux me parler?
Parler? De quoi? Tu m'appelles toujours dans les moments durs. Quand est-ce que tu penseras à moi pour les autres?
Tu me suis?
C'est bien ce que j'ai fait pour toi depuis 30 ans.
Si je te disais, voilà, demain tu peux faire ce que tu veux, tout ce dont tu as toujours rêvé et que tu n'as jamais pu faire.
E o último cineasta francês a falar com o Cineplay foi Jalil Lesper, que também é ator e veio apresentar Yves Saint Laurent, um drama biográfico sobre a fase da carreira em que esse conhecido designer de moda francês da década de 50 assume o comando de uma famosa marca de alta costura de Paris e conhece o seu amante Pierre Berger. É o terceiro longa de Lesper e olha só essa entrevista exclusiva.
Vous ne vous sentez pas trop jeune pour diriger la plus grande maison de haute couture française?
Peut-on savoir ce que vous comptez faire pour votre premier défilé?
Comment vous sentez-vous maintenant?
Je ne peux pas dire tout ce que je ressens, mais je ferai de mon mieux, et ce jusqu'au bout. Ça, je peux en faire le serment, oui.
I wanted to tell a story about, you know, this kind of rise and fall story since a long time, and I was wondering, well, to talk about this kind of story, I need to have a strong character. Will it be a fiction character or maybe an historical character? It was, oh, look, you know a little bit about fashion. I have a lot of friends who work in fashion, and fashion is very glamour, it's very Parisian, it's absolutely French. Paris is the capital of fashion. It's quite interesting to make a movie about it, even aesthetically. And then I realized that nobody did already a movie about Yves Saint Laurent, and I read everything about him, and I just realized that it was an amazing character. I learned that he was very sick. I learned about his incredible love story, and I suddenly realized that he was a great artist also.
Surtout pas! Je comprends pas, Tatou.
You do a movie about someone which is such an icon. You need to find someone who look a little bit like Yves Saint Laurent, of course. But more than that, I really wanted to work with actors coming from theater, because I knew that it would be a young actor, because I start from the very beginning with Yves Saint Laurent, and it's a movie which they're doing 20 years, so I knew that it would be a lot of work. So I need someone with, I will say, a big background also. And Pierre Ninet, for example, he could play tomorrow Hamlet, which is not the case of a lot of French actors at the same age.
Je suis seul.
Je serai toujours là pour toi.
E é isso aí, para finalizar com chave de ouro esse especial de cinema francês aqui no Cineplay, a gente vai exibir com exclusividade a mais nova obra de Truffaut. Tô brincando. A verdade é que François Truffaut foi homenageado nessa edição do Festival Varilux com a exibição do clássico Os Incompreendidos, de 1959. O mestre morreu há 30 anos e é digno dessa homenagem, com certeza. Para continuar conectado com a gente, é só curtir nossa página do Facebook. Falou, galera, até mais!